This segment is sponsored by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Join us in preserving and protecting Tennessee's wildlife. All right, welcome back, everyone. You can call us here at 615-737-7767 for any question. You know, we ain't changed that number in 18 years.
Well, that's good.
It's good.
People to be able to get in touch
We've
with
been on speed dial many a time, brother.
Give us a call. Join in the conversation. We'll have a big time.
And we're always talking, now tonight we're talking about how to get youth involved. And we also got Caney For Outdoors having a big sale this Saturday. So for all of, and let's not just say, I want to stop, because we've been talking about kayaks. They got more than kayaks.
Oh, yeah.
If you even have a kayak and you want to get accessories, they got Yak Attack, they got ram mounts and stuff like that that you can put on your kayak, along with Orion coolers and stuff like that. So they got a world of things that you can use for Christmas presents at a much discounted price. So make sure you go by Caney For Outdoors. Both locations will be open and activated. But if you really want to have the good time and watch Miss Rubenstein dance over there, she'll be over there at Silver Point, Tennessee.
She's going to get you.
She's going to get me one way or the other, but I'm just throwing it out there for you. It's coming. Any woman that will dance in the dove feels not ashamed of doing it.
She'll get you.
All right, but we got youth is the weekend after this one.
Yep.
So, Kyle, how do we get more kids involved? What would you say to parents? We always talk to the kids. What would you say to parents to try and get them to get the kids involved, or jerk them up by the ear and drag them out of bed and tell them to get in the truck?
That's one thing you don't want to do. You don't want to force a child to do it. But if they haven't done it, I'm sure they're interested in going out, how they can catch a fish, or how it's done, and putting that worm on the hook or tossing out there. They're gonna get excited. Now, if they're not catching anything, just like me or you, they're going to get bored. And not just with fishing, but with hunting. Just get them out there. Let them experience. Let them have that opportunity. Let them see this, see what we experience with the sun coming up or going down, and let them know that it's not about the harvest all the time either.
No.
It's getting out there and just spending time with your kids, and not just your kids, but any child.
And Kyle, I'm glad you brought that up, because I had one instance. Kentucky's juvenile season started last weekend.
Correct.
And I got to take my grandson Ty with me, and we went up there. And the one thing he said is, Papa, I've killed 2 or 3, and 3 I know of. But he said, I still don't know how to field dress one. And I said, you drop another one, we're going to solve that problem.
We're going to learn.
We're going to learn.
We're going to have a learning experience.
I've showed my kids from the time they could walk.
Yeah.
They were interested. They wanted to see it.
That's another aspect of the hunt that I think is very important.
It is.
If you're going to go ahead and take the life, then why not go ahead and learn how to field dress it, prepare it, and everything else, and get it ready for table fare.
Yeah.
Right. Respect the game that you harvest.
You're exactly right. So
and I teach my kids that you don't shoot anything, you don't harvest anything, or keep anything that you're not gonna eat.
That's right. Not gonna eat.
You don't waste.
Hey, we got some phone callers here. We got who?
Casey.
Casey, how can we help you tonight? This who?
This is Chase.
Chase.
Oh, Chase.
I was hoping I won the old prize.
That's all right, no, Chase. We're not giving anything away yet, but have you got a question for us?
Well, I do have a question.
Okay.
Do you think this upcoming weekend for the juveniles, them old bucks, they ought to be ready, shouldn't they?
I'm going to tell you, the juveniles for the last 4 or 5 years have had the better
They're going to hit the nail on the head. I mean, they usually do.
It's like God smiles down on the youth.
And they should. And that's what's so fantastic. He should. We might be fussing about this so hot weather we've had, but I mean, here, for those youth, it's going to be just right.
Well, I tell you what, we hope that helps you, Chase, but I think they're going to have a fantastic weekend.
Yes, sir. I'm taking my little brother, man. I appreciate it.
Well, good
all
luck
right, buddy. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. And we got
Have a good one.
And we got Hunter. Hunter, how can we help you tonight, Hunter?
I
Hey Hugh, this is Hunter from Bullshad Swim Bait.
Hey, buddy, what are you doing, Hunter?
All nothing, just eating a bowl of ice cream. So I thought I would call in and talk to y'all for a little bit.
You ain't got one of those bullshad running around in that ice cream, do you?
Oh, no, sure don't. But man, I tell you what, here's a good question for y'all.
Okay.
Give us some information on how we can get involved in that youth hunt to take a kid hunting, because I know there's a lot of hunters who would like to take a youth to go hunt. I just came back from Illinois 2 weeks ago. I'd taken some disability and terminally ill kids hunting uphill, and it's a non-profit organization, and it's Child's Wish.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get more involved with taking kids hunting and giving back to the generation, and that's how you have more hunters and more fishermen, you know.
All right. Well, Hunter, let me, I'll hang up and I'll answer your phone or your question. Hunter Rednire is one of my closest friends. He's with, he helps promote bullshad baits. I don't know if you've ever used bullshad baits. You've seen them in my tackle.
I've seen them.
But a great bait. But Hunter's right. Hunter gets very much involved in trying to help everybody, not just youth, but everybody experience hunting and fishing. A great way, though, is to get with TWRA, Hunter, and meet up with one of the guys that maybe over Cheatham. Used to be Randy Comer, but Randy's retired. But there's somebody else that's taking over. Get with one of those managers of those WMAs and say, you know, I'd like to help participate in taking a youth hunting. Yeah. And that's usually what they're looking for is volunteers, Hunter. So if you will, just call one of the area WMAs that's closest to you where you think you could help out somebody. And that's a great way to get youngsters
They're always looking for people to help. I mean, they'll be glad to have you come and help.
And don't forget, they don't just do it during the deer season, they do it during the turkey season too. So,
and dove hunts. There's several dove hunts.
That's right.
So, I mean, there's a lot of things out there.
They're always looking for volunteers, Hunter, and thank you so much for your question. Okay, we got, and Chris, how can we help you tonight?
You've been gone. How are you, brother?
Well, we're doing great, Chris. That's a snowman.
Yeah,
I know that voice. Chris is my brother. I'm telling you, Chris Snow from he fishes Center Hill. You were talking about Center Hill a while ago. Chris Snow is one of the men of Center Hill. And Chris, how you been doing, brother?
I'm doing good, brother. I'm just sitting here tying some jigs and building some spinner baits and just working all the time.
Now, Chris, I want to ask you, this is non-hunting related, but now you've had a phenomenal year, you said, in the bait industry. And we're talking about you make a snow spin, you make the heads for the swim baits and stuff like that. You've been doing really, really well this year. What do you attribute that to?
Advertisement and Facebook and website. Just a lot of advertisement and just getting the word out.
And plus, I got to say,
you guys really helped me out a lot too.
Well, Chris, you know, now I'm going to tell you about Chris. Chris uses his baits. He's not one of these that creates a bait for everybody else to use. He creates it because it works for him, and then people use it, and then they start working for them, and they'll buy it. But Chris, I'll tell you what. Tell us, it's Snowspin Lures.
Yes, it's snowspinbaits.com.
Snowspinbaits.com. And Chris, we got to get you on the show pretty soon.
Well, I've got 2 new baits out I'm really excited about. Nobody's seen these yet. Well, a few people have, but they're going to be good baits for me.
Well, I tell you what, I still have the original A-frame spinnerbait you gave me.
Yeah. I sold quite a bit of those things this year. And some tournaments want to allow A-rig you to fish an A-rig, so I come up with A-frame spinnerbait, which is legal.
That's nice. It's legal, and yes, I went into Percy Priest after mine. I wasn't going to let it go, Chris.
Well, brother, it's good to talk to you, man.
Good to talk to you.
Call me anytime. We need to go weather line.
All right, I'll do it, Chris. Thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, that's Chris Snow with Snow Baits. And we got Mike. Mike, how can we help you tonight?
Hey, Hugh. Hey, I know you guys have been talking a lot about deer hunting, but I thought you might want to know my dad and his buddy down here, in the last 2 weeks, they've caught over about 100 pounds of catfish. He caught about a 15-pounder about a week ago, and just thought you might also know that they're really starting to the crappie are really starting to give active down this way. And my other one question I have to ask, I know we have the hunters that don't dare and meat to the homeless to eat. My question is, if someone was to catch bass or crappie, can they donate them to the homeless to eat in Nashville? If they wanted to come up one weekend, a bunch of guys down this way to feed the homeless, and I'll hang up and thanks for your time.
You know what? We don't have a program.
I don't know of a way. Yeah, I mean, there may be something out there.
Let me tell you something. You just put it out there anywhere you want to that we're going to have a fish fry.
They'll be on the way.
Dude, you ain't never seen the lack of people. I mean, they come by the droves, and I'm telling you, now if you really want to help some people, that is a great way to do it. Get a bunch of guys and gals together that's got a lot of crappie or bass or catfish, and they're willing to come cook them up, and you just say a free fish fry for those that are less fortunate.
Yeah.
And I tell you, a great one to team that up with would be something like, what's the Santa Claus thing? The Toys for Tots.
Yeah.
Toys for Tots, the Marine Corps does. That would be great. If you could match up with somebody like that and have a fish fry right before the kids get to go out there and get their stuff, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there. My mind's kind of thinking all the time about, ways that somebody can get involved. But thank you so much for those calls tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Great calls. And what'd you think, Brandon?
I appreciate when people call in like that. I like to hear, and it don't matter if you're calling, talk about fishing, hunting, shooting, kayaking, it don't matter. Give us a call, we enjoy all the calls.
Well, one of us is doing something all the time.
All the time, that's right. Something's going on all the time. So.
Mainly, getting Andy out of the ditch somewhere. But
It happens.
It happens. He burned up 3 tractors the other day.
That's what I heard. Trying to get them food plots
unbelievable. I mean, trying to get food plots, and he's rushing these guys up, and they just burning their tractors up. So. But just a great deal all the way around. We appreciate all the calls. Again, Caney For Outdoors is having their big deal this Saturday.
Correct.
Silver Point, and they are having a sale over here at the Donaldson Plaza Shopping Center too. So, but you can catch it at both locations. It's a great place to go and fill out your Christmas needs for those outdoors people in your family. And then Kyle, let's talk about kids again. I like kids.
Let's do it.
I tell you what, I just want to know. A lot of parents I know, they sit there and they go, I don't have the money, I don't have the means, I work all the time, I don't have the opportunities that you and I and Kevin, they don't. Most of our kids are being raised by single parent families, and it's usually the woman that's doing it. And by the time she cooks supper and makes sure that they get their vaccinations and their homework's done and they clean clothes, and she doesn't have time. And so how do we get them involved?
Well, you can contact us for one over at XTreme Southern Outdoor Junkies.
How can they get a hold of you?
You can find us on Facebook at XTreme Southern Outdoor Junkies. You can message me through there. You can just find my Facebook page there. And if I'm in the area and you got a child that's interested in fishing or hunting, we'll do what we can to help out. It doesn't take much. Growing up, I used to take a stick and throw some line on it and get a hook. I'd find a hook at a boat ramp, and I was glued when I started doing it. Exactly. When I started doing it, I was hooked.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
And now, what I would like to talk about is Bubba Spickard.
I'll tell you what, save that because we got some Bubba-isms coming up.
Oh man.
Let's save that because we got to do our tip of the week. This week's Tip of the Week is being brought to you by Davidson Farmers Co-op. I thought you were going to do this. Hey, you can check them out over there off of Dickerson Road, right there beside Briley Parkway, not far from Briley Parkway. You can catch them at 860-4774. By the way, they are having some sales going on at Davidson County Farmers Co-op.
They've been advertising several different ones.
Big things.
When we were in the other day, they had quite a few things on sale. I picked up a couple of things myself. So.
See, I like the heated rabbit hutch and the heated chicken coop.
Yeah.
I like that. Then the chickens aren't making cold eggs anymore. They got some warm eggs.
Pre-warm.
Fairly warm eggs. Hey, let's give your tip of the week this week. And we kind of tickled on it a little bit ago, and that's doing a little ratting. If you're going to do some ratting, don't slam them together and act like you're two gargantuous, Canadian bulls out there trying to hook up, because we don't have those in Tennessee. But what we do have is a lot of what we call time ticking, and that's mainly 2 bucks, because you have to understand these bucks aren't in such competition for the does, because we got plenty of does for every boy out there. So they're not really that much competition. So don't play into the slamming them together. But if you just want a time tick, is what we call it, just do a little bit of sparring. They love the fact of boys will be boys, and they're going to spar a little bit, and they're going to do stuff like that. That will bring not only the bucks, but it'll bring the does too.
It will, just out of curiosity.
Just out of curiosity. And let me tell you one other thing. Don't be afraid to use a grunt call. A lot of people will have them. They pay high dollar for them. They just put them around their neck, and then they never use them. Use them. You can make a guttural sound using the grunt, and I promise you, you might get answered one time.
That's all it takes is once you'll be using it the rest of your life.
I promise you. But like Randall Haley says, use it or lose it.
That's right.
Just try it. And if you carry a kid, let them play with it, for crying out loud. It's not going to hurt anything. Just let them use a grunt call and teach them the proper way. So you want them to be able to pass it on to their kids also. So we hope that helps you out. We'll be right back with more Southern Woods and Waters.